Good evening. There is a fifth dimension beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between sanity and stupidity, between logical and loony, and it lies between the pit of a man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of unbelievability. It is an area which we call the Frauditor Zone. In this episode, Audit CDA Idaho gets roasted, removed, locked out of, and trespassed from a VA hospital. He then goes and cries to the police, who roast and remove him from there too.
Alright guys, so I'm here at the Coeur d'Alene VA clinic in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And I'm going to see if I can see what happens here.
Hello, what can we do for you?
How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good. What can we do for you?
I'm here to try to find out some updates on the situation with the COVID-19.
Okay.
And
Put
the
that mask on. Go in to talk to them.
Okay, can you tell me if you're letting people in here without a mask?
No, sir.
You can't tell me, or you're...
No, sir. I do not let people in there without a mask. I'll
Okay.
actually chase them down and make sure they put them on.
Okay, and then who do you work for?
I work for Trespassed Security.
Sir Pexel, is there a phone number?
Oh, gosh.
Do you have a business card or anything?
No. 323-472-4096.
And that's the number to...
Dispatch, the main thing. They can get you anywhere
For
you're
for your security company?
Yeah.
Okay. You get a picture of that.
Are these masks?
Yes, sir. And we have to have one on before you go in.
And you said your name was Joe?
Joe.
And then do you have is that your number, 100?
I guess.
Do you have a badge number?
No. They just give sure. I haven't seen another one of these uniforms,
Okay.
so I don't know.
So are you a sworn law enforcement officer?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you know which law is enforcing this mandate?
The VA. Their policy.
Okay.
Don't read this.
But I don't see a number, a policy number, something I could look up?
I can't answer that.
Okay.
You need a mask? Sir. Sir.
Because they haven't done any more surgery on her foot.
If you don't put this mask on, I have to ask you to leave. If you do not
Yeah.
put this mask on, I have to ask you to leave.
Okay.
Sir, you have to turn your camera off. You're in a federal medical facility. You cannot be filming.
And what was your name, ma'am?
Dahana, you need to turn that off. It's against federal law to be filming in a clinic setting.
Okay, well, I haven't said it's on yet.
It's beeping. It's red lights flashing that
Excuse me,
usually
sir, you'll have
you
to-
need to
Okay.
leave the
You'll have
building
to
with your camera.
You'll have to leave.
Can I talk to a supervisor,
No, you'll have
please?
to leave.
May I-
What part of you have to leave do you not
Could
understand?
you please step back a little bit, please?
No.
Sir, you need
If you
to
want to
leave
call
the
the police,
building.
will you call the police for me?
All right, guys, I'm not getting a very good reception here. Did you just raise your hand at me,
I'm
sir?
just frustrated. I never raise your hand
Why are
to
you so frustrated, sir?
Because you're trying to do something that's not right. You've been told you can't bring the damn camera in here. You've been told to shut it off. You've been told to leave, and you're
Well-
refusing to do so. That's what I'm upset about.
Sir, you're about ready to get a trespass.
All right, can you please tell me what section, what policy you're following? Sir,
Federal
that's a
law.
violation of law to block
No,
this
it's not.
camera.
No.
Oh, please enlighten us with your knowledge of the law, Frauditor. What law is this man violating by blocking your view? Well, let me answer for you. There isn't one. Where do you frauditors get this crap from? Could you be thinking of the First Amendment that guarantees freedom of the press? I only say that because all frauditors love their delusion that they are the press. So, assuming that I'll lose my mind and accept your delusional press thingy, that's still wrong because no one is stopping you from filming.
Nowhere is there any law that states you have to be allowed to film whatever you want. Could you be referring to the law that states people are allowed to record government officials in their line of duty? Well, that would be twice as wrong, because not only are you recording, but this man is not a government official. He works for a private security company. Please stop listening to the voices in your head and other frauditors. They are leading you down a very, very dark and stupid path.
It's not. I'm just waving my mask around.
Is this a public area?
No, sir.
It's a federal building.
Federal building.
This is Brenda, our clinic manager. You need to shut the
I told him to leave.
video
Could I
off.
get your name,
Ask her to
ma'am?
call the police. He won't shut his camera off either.
You can't film our patients.
I'm not filming any patients, ma'am.
You're filming inside the facility.
And I'm not agreeing
I
to
haven't
be
even
filmed.
said I'm filming yet.
Okay, I don't think the voices in your head or other frauditors are leading you down a stupid path. I think you are already there, and you're leading them to you. You just told him he was violating the law by blocking your camera. Are you now trying to say that it's a violation of the law to block your camera even if it's off? Oh boy, I'm going to have to get some migraine medication before I go any further with this video.
Your red light is
You're blinking.
flashing.
Okay.
It tells you you're filming.
What's your
So,
purpose?
so could I get your name, please, and your position here?
What's your purpose?
Well, I'd like to know who I'm talking to.
I'd like to know who I'm talking to. Who are you?
I'm a good citizen.
Are you a veteran?
I'm not going to answer that question.
If you're not a veteran, then you don't need to be here.
Okay, well, I haven't answered that question.
Okay, I'm calling the police.
Okay, thank you.
And you're not going to give me your name?
I need
Is
your
it
name first, sir.
Is it your policy to identify yourself?
What policy? Are you referring to police officers? She's not a police officer. I don't think the VA has a policy that all employees are required to identify themselves upon demand. You know, I'm only about 5 minutes into this video and have rolled my eyes and held my head in disgust at least 5 times already. This video is going to be a very painful one for me on so many levels.
And it's your policy to identify you. What, are you a veteran? Do you need services here?
Well, I'm not going to answer that question right now.
If you are not a veteran, then you need to leave, because this place is only for veteran services.
Okay, well, like I said, I haven't answered that question yet.
Go ahead. Can you please answer that?
So can you tell me which policy that you're following about this mask mandate?
We're following the federal guidelines per the CDC guidelines.
Okay, all I'm asking is to see that, just to make sure that what you're doing is
I think
legal.
we have it right out front.
I asked him for it, he wouldn't show it.
I showed it to you. It's right there on the table.
Well, that wasn't a law, that was just a sign.
It says policy. Don't point that thing at me. Get that out of my face.
About 60 years.
You have no right to film me.
Policy.
I refuse to let you film me. I will sue you if you do anything with my picture on my camera. You got that part?
With glasses. He's in the building videotaping.
He won't
Can you
leave.
please leave?
Could I get your name and your position here, please?
No.
In a federal medical building.
What is your name and your position?
Are you aware that this mask mandated has been
And under federal mandate.
thrown out?
It has not.
It has today.
Dale?
So I would advise you to think very carefully about what you're doing here. You should identify yourself
You haven't
and tell
identified
me
yourself.
why you're talking to
And
me.
he's
I don't know why I'm
How
talking.
do I know who you could just be anybody? Can you just tell me who you are and your position here?
She just told him her position there not even a minute ago, and another employee told him a few minutes ago that her name is Brenda and she is the clinic manager. I'm starting to wonder if he's more forgetful than stupid, almost as if his brain just forgets it has the capability to actually think.
The
For
clinic
the third,
manager.
pardon me?
I'm the clinic manager.
You're the clinic manager and your name
How can
is?
we help you?
And your name is?
How can we help you?
Well, I'd like to know your position or
What is
your
your
name.
What is your purpose?
Can you please tell me your name?
Can you please tell me your name?
Okay.
red and black checkered.
I'm in here to request, can you do a FOIA request in here? Freedom of Information Act?
No.
Where would I get,
You can go to the
suppose I
Spokane
made,
VA.
go ahead.
You can go to the Spokane VA and get all that.
Okay, so that's where that's done?
Yes, he's been asked by
Okay.
myself, my security guard, and my clinic. Yes, at this point.
And he refuses to stop filming. which he's not supposed to do in a federal building.
Is that all you need?
Moving our patients to the back.
I'd like to see the code and the penal code
Yeah, he
or the
seems-
policy
He seems to be alone.
as to why you're refusing veterans
No, he's not. I've never.
services unless they comply with this mask mandate, which has been rescinded today.
Do you have that paperwork?
It has not been rescinded.
It's in the paper.
Oh,
What paper?
do you have it?
It's in the Coeur d'Alene Press.
I don't have.
Do you
I
have
mean,
it?
if you can pull out
Can
your
you
phone, I'm not gonna
I
pull my
need it.
phone out right now. Right now, I'm being surrounded.
You're the one that said.
I'm being surrounded by people,
You've been asked to
and
leave.
I'm fearing for myself, my safety right
Fearing for
now.
What? You've been asked to leave.
You've been asked to leave. So
That's it. I'm not gonna stop you from leaving. I'll be glad to let you leave.
All right, back up.
No, you get that camera out of my face.
Back up and I'll leave.
You got plenty of room to go.
He's quoting
Look, guys,
Please leave.
federal
He's
this,
trying to
federal
squeeze me
that,
through
he
here.
wants this, he wants that.
Ah, some people. You're a great citizen, sir.
So you're refusing services to veterans who don't wear a mask?
Okay.
Is that right?
we are not refusing
I'm leaving.
services.
I'm leaving. I already told you I'm leaving.
We're not
I'm just
refusing
requesting-
services to people that don't wear a mask. However, we offer them other modalities to that, maybe a face shield or a handkerchief or something. We don't refuse. We
Okay,
have telephone
so
appointments.
I was told on the telephone that I only had to wear the mask up to check in and then I could take it off. Is that true?
Depending, so you are a veteran.
I was told on the phone that.
So you are a veteran.
So now I'm trying to confirm.
what
Is
so
that
who are
true?
you?
Is that true?
No, I don't know what are you
So I
asking?
was told once I got back into the doctor's office, I could take it off.
What doctor are you talking about?
So
doctor's
are you
office?
gonna confirm or deny that you can take your mask off once you get past check-in?
Oh, please, just let him get his services without wearing a mask. It's a matter of life and death. I'm really afraid that if he puts a mask on, he might not realize that he can still breathe and then just stop.
Are you going to confirm or deny that you know what doctor who told you? I would like to know.
Well,
Who told you this?
another reason I'm here. I'm trying to find out if I can get a recording of the conversation I
No,
had
sir,
with the
what you're doing
person.
here is violating
Okay,
law.
now we're here where you said you showed me the law.
Right there. Veteran policy requires 3A.
Okay, and I asked you for the policy.
That is the policy.
That is the policy.
Can I get your name and your position here, sir?
No. Just
No?
a concerned citizen.
Do you work here?
I don't know. Just a concerned citizen.
All right, guys. They are denying service to veterans unless they comply with the mask mandate that has been rescinded today, and I'm recording it. I've been asked to leave this establishment. I'm not sure if I have to leave or not. I'm gonna go ahead and step out, and actually I'm thinking about staying here, but I can't make up my mind right now. I'm getting bullied here by these tyrants.
You're not getting.
This person, I don't know her name.
I don't know your
She
name.
actually
What's your
started
name?
to be a little congenial with me and professional. And I'm trying to give her a second chance to just tell me who I'm talking to.
What's your name?
My name's irrelevant at this point.
Well, if I introduce my name, I need your name.
All right. What in the world?
Let's see if they're okay.
If you look at this car that I've circled, you will see a man getting out of the trunk of the vehicle. Sad to say, but after watching so many Frauditor videos, nothing shocks me anymore. Not even this.
You can't be filming patients.
You can't film patients.
Sir, will you?
No, you cannot. It's against the law.
You can't
film patients.
touch my camera.
I didn't touch your camera,
You
did
can't
I?
block it. That's a
Yeah, I
violation of
can.
the law. Yes,
You
This is
are
a-
filming a private citizen over there.
You cannot film.
Now you're refusing. Look at. He's
No, I'm
impeding
not.
my travel. He's
I'm
standing
impeding
in
your
front of me.
camera.
First, he made up a new law that you can't block someone's camera. Now he's gone full soft-sit and made a new law that standing in front of someone is impeding their right to travel. Oh boy, these frauditors get crazier by the video. I don't even watch TV anymore because there is really nothing on TV that is nearly as entertaining as frauditor videos.
You're filming.
He's standing in front of me.
You're filming.
Now he's walking up
There
on
we
me.
go. There we go. Perfect.
All right, thank you.
Yep. No problem.
So this guy rolled up in the back of his car.
If that was you, would you want that? Would you want that? You have no empathy for other people?
Aren't you interested in why he was in the back in the trunk of a car?
Yeah, I am. And I can't take care of him because you're trying to
Yeah.
post things
All
about
right,
him.
this guy here that won't, he's standing in my way.
Yep, that's me.
He won't let me out.
No, please, come with me. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
There he is again, blocking me out. He won't let me out.
Oh, yeah. Please, come with. We'll go out. Quit filming the patients.
I'm afraid of you.
Yeah, I would be. Here, film me. Film me. Don't film them.
Look, guys, they're surrounding me.
Oh, man.
You're moving around. That's what's making you surrounded.
Are they coming?
Yeah, I'll just stand here. You take a picture. Ask me.
So are you allowed to stand in this area here without a mask?
Yes, sir. You can come into the building without a mask. And if here's my sign, you might want to take a picture of.
Okay. Where's the sign about the camera?
Huh?
Where's the sign about the camera?
That's just law. It's in every federal building.
That's a law?
It's every federal building. You cannot go in and film. Any federal building.
Yeah.
Courthouse, anything.
I mean, can you Google it? Can you show me some
I don't need to
sort of...
Google it. I know it.
So are you telling me that's a law too?
Yes.
So I see the sign that says no weapons, you have to have a mask, no narcotics, but I don't see anything about a camera.
Do you see any that says required common sense beyond this point?
Oh, so you think it's common sense that there's no camera? You're thinking of North Korea.
Well, I think it's just a little itty-bitty different than North Korea. There, they'll not just block your camera, they'll take your camera out of your hand, and then neither you or your camera will ever see daylight again.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what you're thinking of.
I think
Yeah.
the medication.
There's no filming in public in North Korea.
So
No,
are
public.
you a veteran
Public
requesting
So,
services?
so can I ask you this?
Are you
No.
are you a
Can
veteran
the public come in here
requesting services?
to get brochures and things of that nature, public information here?
There's
Or is
only
there
veteran,
only veterans allowed here?
There's only veteran information here. The general
Okay.
public wouldn't need these.
So
This info.
So the general public doesn't want to know how their veterans are being treated. Is that what you're saying?
No, that's what you said. That's not what I said.
Well, what did you say?
I
Can the
said
public come in here? I'm asking you a specific question.
sure, the public can come in here and ask questions about
Okay, so this is a
about
public building.
veteran information. No, this is not a public building. This is you're on federal property right now.
Okay, so then why did you call the local police?
Because-
They have jurisdiction here?
Yes, they do.
Okay,
And you've been asked.
is that common sense too?
Yes.
So you're not gonna let me in?
No.
You've been asked to leave the
All
building.
right,
Because you
guys,
do not
they're
need
not
to-
gonna
you
let
don't
me in.
need any
You've been asked
veteran
to leave the building
services.
because you won't follow the rules.
Do you need veteran services?
How do you know if I need veteran services or not?
Because you haven't told me whether you're a veteran. You haven't
You
told me
haven't
what,
told me
what
who you are.
want.
Why should I answer to
I did
someone
tell
that
you who
I
I-
don't know who you are?
I did tell you who
You
I
have an
am.
ID?
Of course I do.
Well, let me see it.
No.
At this point,
Where's your
you're
ID?
wearing a
Can I see
mask.
your ID?
You're surrounding me. You're bullying me.
Who's behind you? There's
You're-
nobody
you're-
behind
no one
you.
behind you.
You're putting your.
There's nobody behind you. Feel free to leave
If
at
you
any
are
point.
if you are a veteran,
Well, you just told me I
what
could stand here
services do
without
you
a
want?
mask.
You can.
Okay,
But you've
well
been
that's,
asked to leave the building.
what?
You can when you come in, but you have been asked to leave the building.
And for what-
Officially asked to leave the building.
And can you please tell me why I've been asked to leave the building?
Well, it might have
Because you're
something to do
breaking
with
the law.
that.
You're breaking the law.
My camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay,
filming here.
so you're asking me to leave the building because I have a camera.
Yes, sir.
Because you
No,
cannot-
because you're using it
But-
to film.
you're
Patients
filming
in their
patients.
privacy.
You can't-
How do you know I'm filming?
It's lights
Why
blinking.
would you hold it up like that?
It's lights blinking.
Yeah. That'd be kind of beyond that common sense thing, right?
I think you guys need training.
I think
Oh,
you
yeah?
need training.
You need training on the First Amendment. Our veterans fought and died for my right to do what I'm doing right now. And
No.
you are a disgrace to all the veterans right now.
I have family
And,
members.
so
and,
happens
and,
I am-
and I'm going
I am a veteran.
and
I am a
go-
veteran.
and so you
And
so you
this
served
is-
I have a son
to
that has
protect and
four
defend
lines from
the cons-
Afghanistan, and he has got a problem with doing what he's supposed to do. You need to leave the building because you've been asked to. You don't need to try to discriminate or dismay or upset anybody else.
All right, guys, here it is, man. Here's a veteran here. And she's trespassing me from this building because I have a camera in my hand.
You can stay out here and film all you want.
Is that right? You're trespassing me because I have a camera in my hand?
Film these beautiful trees.
Did you swear an oath to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States?
Damn right I did.
Okay, then why aren't you doing that now?
Because I'm
Have you-
retired from that. And now I
So-
serve our veterans. And I'm trying to serve you if you are a veteran. Are you a veteran, sir?
Ma'am, I'm not going to answer that question.
Why do I have
Okay.
to answer questions if you don't?
But you would like to, you know, they're gonna rough me up and take me to jail because I have a camera in my hand.
First of all, that is ludicrous. If they take you to jail, it won't be because you have a camera. Frauditors just love that excuse because then they don't have to take responsibility for any of their actions done while holding said camera. Secondly, if you believe that, then there is a simple solution to it. Put the damn camera down, dumbass.
I don't know about that. I'm not a police officer.
You're trespassing. That's all I can say. You've been asked to leave the building. You're trespassing.
I left the building. You told me I could stand here without a mask.
Without a mask, but you have to leave the building.
If you need services, you can stay here. If you don't need services, then you need to leave the building.
That means
Yeah.
outside.
Leave. But you're saying you don't need any veteran services.
I never said that.
I'm waiting for you to tell me what you need.
Could I get a drink of water?
I don't have any water
No,
out
sir,
here
you can't
right
go back
now.
in the building.
Can't
you
go.
water in your truck,
I can't go in the VA
You cannot
building.
go in the building. You've been asked to leave. How many times do you have to understand it?
And for what reason have I been asked to leave?
Because you're breaking the law and you're causing trouble.
What law am I breaking?
Filming in a federal building. Patient's privacy.
Okay. Listen, guys. This is the. Can you say the name of your security company again?
No.
This guy is with Tux.
Don't come near me. Do not advance towards me.
Look, guys. Now he's
Do not advance
got all
towards
up in
me.
my face, and now I'm like 6 feet away, and he's getting really agitated.
Yeah, because you're doing wrong.
This guy doesn't need to be working in this position. Okay? That's my opinion. He needs training big time, especially on the First Amendment.
I know.
And that goes for this lady too.
Okay.
Listen, I'm going to give you some free training here if you want to listen to me.
You can't train me on anything, sir.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, guys, they're locking me out. Now what their narrative is going to be that I shut down their business with my camera.
Yes, he did, but once again, frauditors love to blame everything and everyone other than themselves. It must be nice going through life being so perfect. Anyway, he continues his rambling banter for a while with the typical "it's not me, it's you" language. I'll move ahead to when the police get there.
All right, the Coeur d'Alene police have now showed up on the scene. It is there are 2 officers who've shown up.
How's it going, sir? What's going on?
What's up?
Hey, Mr. Cochran, how are you? They'd like you trespassed. You have to leave.
Leave the property?
Yep, leave their property.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Can I tell you for
You can keep taping as you leave. That's fine.
what reason have I been asked to leave?
Because you were causing a disturbance inside.
I was causing a
That's what I was
disturbance.
told. Yes.
Okay. Are you going to do an investigation?
I'm not charging you with a crime. I'm telling you need to leave because they said you need to leave.
All right. Could I get your name and badge number, please?
Officer Guthrie, K43.
How you doing?
Name and shield, please.
Officer Russell, K67.
And Officer Taylor, K88.
All right, you guys are dishonoring your oath right now, and you're dishonoring all the veterans. It's a shame. You guys are making it real tough to support the cops. I support you guys, man. But you guys are making it real tough. I can't believe you're doing this to me.
No, you are doing it to you. I think that is what all frauditors seem to have in common, a lack of self-awareness. Then again, if they had any of that, they'd be too ashamed to fraud it in the first place.
Okay,
It's a shame. It's a shame for causing a disturbance.
Yeah.
Okay, they told me it was because I was filming.
Okay.
You don't care?
I mean, it's not a crime. If they want you trespassed, they can have you trespassed. I'm sure you can call in to make some sort of arrangements for care if that's why you're here.
All right, guys, here it is, man. I'm not trying to go to jail. I'm thinking about going to jail over this.
If he's thinking about going to jail over that, then he's not thinking at all. Well, at least not in a rational, sane way.
It's not worth going to jail.
I know, bud. Is it or not, though?
Hey, man,
You know what I mean? Is it or not?
They have a right to refuse business, and we're just doing our job. When they ask us...
Yeah, but you should have at least done an investigation, bud. You haven't even gone in there and asked them what disturbance I created. I was just documenting how they were treating me.
But we did have a conversation before we got here over the phone with them, and that's how we knew the information. So it's just, we're just giving you the message on behalf of them. They want you to know.
All right, well, this is going to be posted, and you're going to see what really happened in there. And I hope that what I'm doing is making a difference. You know? I hope what I'm doing is making a difference.
I hear you.
All right.
All right, guys, so I'm going to leave, man, because I ain't trying to go to jail.
Bye-bye.
I ain't trying to go to jail.
Have a great day.
Could I get your name?
I'm the clinic manager. Thank you.
Can I get your name?
Thanks for stopping.
It's crazy, man. So I'm not allowed to come back here for what? For how long?
1 year.
For a year.
You can call in if they give you permission and they let you back, you're fine, okay? But other than that, the trespass is in effect for 1 year.
All right.
That's Idaho law. Appreciate you. Thank you. Have a better day.
All right, guys, I'm heartbroken. I ain't got nothing else to say. I love you guys.
But wait! There's more!
That's right, there's more. This frauditor then went over to the police station to complain about him being trespassed and then got shut down there too. I actually feel bad for him now. Sort of. A little bit. Anyway, here it is.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how you doing, bud?
Good, thanks. I'm Officer Sanchez. I remember I spoke to you outside that market that one day.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that although the timestamp on the frauditor's camera shows the date as January 28th, 2020, his description in the main video claims it happened on November 17th of this year, and the description for this video also states that it occurred on November 17th, 2022. Not that frauditors don't lie, so who knows when this really happened, but as far as I know, it happened recently.
Questions about something? Yeah, I did. I had a question about the process of, is there a sergeant here, by the way? Or somebody with the corporal or something? Okay, so if you can't answer my questions, maybe I'll have to request a sergeant. Okay. So do you know the process behind a trespass?
As far as what goes.
Do you, for example, if someone's not breaking the law and they're going to be trespassed from a government place, I'm going to stand up. If a person is trespassed, so if a government entity calls you guys and asks you to trespass somebody because they're causing a disturbance,
Okay.
what's the process after that?
So if the owner of a property
is requesting a person to be trespassed from their property, they have the legal authority to do so according to Idaho. I'm talking about public property here. So, you're talking about the VA office? Okay, let's go with that. Is that the one you're referring to? We'll go with that one, yeah. Okay, so the VA owns that property. So while it is accessible to the public, the VA ultimately owns that. According to Idaho state law, the owner of the property has the permission and the right to request a person be officially trespassed from their property for a year. So in the incident that you were involved in, the VA requested that you be trespassed and notified of the trespass for a year. Okay, and then how did they? So, but you weren't there, so you don't have any information on it. As far as what? As far as okay, so let me ask you this: if a person is, if they want a person trespassed, and so you show up there, and then how do you know who that person is? Well, they'll identify the person to us usually, typically. It varies by every situation. They'll give us potentially a name, or they'll point the person out to us, or anything like that. What if you don't know who the person is? Well, we got to find out who that person is. Or if they tell us that person right there, we don't want them trespassed, then we can go from there. So all right. So it varies depending on the situation. It's not always the same way. So is it the policy of the Coeur d'Alene Police? Do you know if you've been trained to ID somebody if they haven't broken the law? Depends on the situation. Every situation we encounter in law enforcement is different. So depending on the situation, our legal authority changes on the ability to get identification on a person. So not every situation is going to be the same. Are you familiar with reasonable RAS? What's that? You have to have a reasonable belief that a person has broken the law. Reasonable articulable suspicion. Yes. For what? To ID somebody. Well, is there? And if you guys mind, could I get your names and radio numbers real quick, please? Yeah, I'm Officer Sanchez. My number's K44. K44. Officer Newville, K99. Thank you. K42, Sergeant. Appreciate it. Okay, so maybe I should talk to you, Sarge. He's doing a pretty good job answering. Yeah, okay. You want me to keep going with him? Or you want to talk to me? You're doing just fine. We're okay. Did he answer your questions about that? Well, no, I'm just getting started. I'd like to know, in a situation where... I gotta be honest with you, though. Go ahead. We do have a whole city to serve, right? So right. We do what he can to answer questions about your trespassing, but we're not gonna spend all day doing this with you. Fair? We have a whole city to serve. Well, I'm gonna take up as little of your time as possible. I appreciate that. Okay? So, but I'm interested in this situation. So, if you've been called to a government place, a public place where a person have a right to be, okay, and they want you to trespass someone just because, and you're gonna trespass them, right? If that's what they want. If the owner of the property is requesting it, that's our authority to do so. Okay. It's our responsibility to assist them in enforcing that. In order to carry out this trespass, you have to ID the person. We can let you know that you're trespassing. Yeah. It's very specific. It's a very specific question. What I'm asking you, well, then reword it because it wasn't very specific. Okay. If a person is being trespassed from public property, and you will trespass someone from public property, right? If that's at the request of the owner. If the city requests someone to be... Well, the owner is the public, and the public property. The owner is the public. Well, there's different, you have to ascertain, right? Is it private property that's open to the public? Is it public property open to the city? Okay. Or is it a private business? Right. So you have to articulate that. Will we trespass someone? Well, if you're asking particular about the VA... Well, let's put it this way. A place a person have a right to be. Okay. There's multiple instances that could be. It could be on somebody's front doorstep. That's their private property. You have normal ability to go to their doorstep. All right, I want to cut to the chase here because I don't want to take too much of your time. So if a person is, if they're asking you to trespass them, and they haven't broken the law, are you going to ID them? If we can, yeah. We'd like to, right? Like, let's say it's you, for example, right? Okay. And you're called in and somebody says, hey, I'd like this person trespassed from this particular establishment. And they can do that, right? They have a right to keep that business, like, running efficiently and not have people causing problems with other customers. They can do that. Does that make sense? So I'll ask you. I'll say, sir, can I identify you, right? Do you have an ID on you? Can I look at it? Do you understand that? Right? So then I can say, hey, you're trespassed from this property. Do you get what I mean? Well, not really, because if a person has a right to be there, and let me ask you this, do you carry out investigations? Well, no, you like to ask specific questions. I asked, do you understand what I explained to you? I would prefer to identify you, right? I understand. I'm trying to cut to the chase and get to the policy. So it is your policy, okay, for example, I've been told that I would go to jail if I didn't ID, even though I wasn't, there was no reasonable suspicion of a crime. When did that happen during your last contact? It happened several times. Did this happen during your last contact? Not that I can remember. But let's put it this way. I'm asking for the policy. Is it your policy to ID somebody if you have no reasonable suspicion of a crime? Say that again. Is it your policy to ID someone when you're trespassing them when there's been no crime? There's no. It is our best practice to ask for your identification. Will I demand it if a person is asking you to be trespassed? No. Okay. I will not demand it or detain you in order to ascertain your identification. Do you get that? But what I will say, let's say it's you, for example, okay, and somebody wants you trespassed from their business. And you tell me you do not want to identify yourself, you're not providing any identification, I will tell you, all right, you understand that you are trespassed, right? That way, if I see you again, right, and you're on that property, you're in violation of the Idaho statute for trespassing. All right, and let me ask you this now. if you knew who I was, would you pass this information on to the person that's complaining? My ID. If you know who I am, when you arrive there, they called you to trespass me, okay? And you know who I am, right? So there's no need to ask for ID, right?
Okay, we'd likely still be able to verify your identification if you'll provide identifying information.
Will you provide my personal information to the complainer?
I would have to see that particular instance. I don't know which one. You're kind of being very specific about that.
I'm asking about the general policy here.
There's no general policy for that. I mean,
Okay,
policy is a set of guidelines, right? Because every one of our scenarios is different. We deal with human beings.
Right. So my question is it against your policy? Are these officers trained not to pass on your personal information to the complainer?
Again, I'd have to see something specifically. I don't know what it is you're referencing. Is there one in particular?
I'm referencing general training and exercise and policy here. You understand what the Fourth Amendment is, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So do you understand that it would be a violation of a person's Fourth Amendment right to give their personal information to a third party?
How?
Well, because my information is private.
Yeah, but Fourth Amendment's unlawful search and seizure, correct? So how would that be a violation of that right?
Well, my identity. You're privy to my identity. A person has a right to privacy.
If you provide
The Fourth Amendment gives a person a right to privacy.
It's against unlawful search and seizure, actually.
It varies too. If that person is a victim of a crime by the other person, I mean, that person has the right to know the identity of their attacker or whatever, anything like that. So it varies on the situation. Not every situation is going to be the same. So there's no one way you can handle any situation because every situation is going to have different factors, different incidents, different events. And so things are dictated by the situation itself, not by one absolute set of guidelines for every single situation. So it's hard to answer yes or no exactly because not everything's going to be the same. It's just the nature of the beast. It's how the world works.
So if you were called to a trespass call and they want to know who I am, you'll go ahead and tell them.
I don't know. That's not what we said. That's not what we said. I just told you that everything's different.
Typically what we tell them, hey, is if this person returns to your establishment, give us a call and we'll deal with it then.
Yeah.
That's what we let you know. If they return, because they know your face, because they're having a
Right.
trespass, we let them know, hey, if this person, let your employees know, or everyone here, if this person returns to your establishment, give us a call and we'll handle it.
Okay.
That's how we handle it.
So let me ask you this.
Hey, Mr. Lampkin, I'm gonna stop this pretty soon. All right.
All right.
We need to be able to go serve the rest of the community. I understand
All
you've
right.
answered a lot of your
All right.
questions.
All right.
Within more than reason.
No, I mean, I haven't complained about that. I got one more question though.
Okay.
So if you were called to a trespassing call, do you do an investigation as to why they want the person trespassed? I mean, suppose they don't like a person because they're black. You go ahead and press that person.
If a business calls us and asks us to trespass a person,
And they said, we have a black person in here and we don't want him in here. This is a government building, it's a federal building, and we don't want a black person in here. Come and trespass him. Would you trespass him?
I haven't had that one happen to me yet. I've never had that kind of situation happen. Every situation is different.
Well, they can trespass him for any reason they want, right?
There's more typically to the situation.
Isn't that what you said?
If you're asking why you were trespassed, it was your overall demeanor. They have a right to keep the peace at their own
So
establishment.
you're familiar with my
So
situation?
that's what you were trespassed for. All right? So we've answered that. And then even that question you just asked,
So that's your narrative.
No, hold on.
That's your narrative.
That's completely ridiculous. That's where we're going to finish this. All right? We're not going to push any further forward with that. Trespassing somebody based on the color of their skin, that's ridiculous. All right?
Well, I was trespassed for filming.
Okay.
And you let me film in here.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay, but I can't film in there. It wasn't the general demeanor. I don't know why you're making up these lies. Is that your narrative?
Oh my gosh. Mr. Lampkin, enjoy your rest of your day.
Where did you get this demeanor thing? Where did you learn this demeanor thing?
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Well, it's time for something more intelligent, cuter, and better mannered than a frauditor. Therefore, for this Frauditor Fatigue Cooldown segment, upon request, I present to you Cavalier King Charles Spaniel dogs.